Hey everybody, I'm sitting down with Cyndi today. Again, one of my favorite clients. Of course, we do these member spotlights. I want to be able to sit down, kind of pick the brain of our clients a little bit, and so I asked Cyndi to join me, and we've chatted off and on about this for a little while now. But I want to kind of get an idea of her experience and maybe some things that she might be able to recommend to some people. Kind of based off that. But
Okay.
so again, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you sitting down with me. I'll try not to mess it up this time.
Okay, that's
But
good.
so first off, like well before you even started coming to this gym,
Right.
what have you done in the past in terms of like workouts, health fitness things? What have you done in the past?
Um, Dating back even to when I was in my 20s and 30s, I used to go up to wellness, to aerobics classes,
Mhm.
and then it kind of morphed into training at wellness, and that's where you and I actually first
Mhm.
worked together. And I think part of the reason I did that was it was beyond just the physical fitness part. I was diagnosed as having osteopenia when
Mhm.
I was in my 30s, which was a little young. And the doctor said I might be able to avoid going on medication if we did some weight bearing
Mhm.
exercises and things like that. So that's where
Yeah.
we first started working together at
Well, and
in one-on-one.
I remember progressing on even the Smith machine back then, doing some squats, and that was something that we kind of introduced as a new thing,
Right.
and so I was really happy when you came back and said that it had been reversed, and that was years ago now.
Right.
And then fast forward till now, you I know had retired and came to me and said, Jared, I'm going to train 4 days a week, and I was like, all right, let's do this, and so since then, kind of how have things changed in your health and fitness? You know,
Well, obviously, it's been more than just the fitness thing for me. Since I retired after working someplace for a really long time, I wasn't sure how I was going to ease into that. And so coming in 4 mornings a week gets my day started, makes me feel good. I go home and get some other things done so I'm not just lounging around watching TV.
mm-hmm,
And then the fitness end of it really became evident when I was diagnosed with advanced osteoarthritis in a hip that was going to have to be fixed.
mm-hmm,
And this was probably, what, 6 or 7 months after we'd been
yeah,
working 4 times a week. And we kept doing the workouts right up until the day before I
mm-hmm,
had to go in for surgery.
yeah. And you said your doctor said that that aided you a lot
Oh,
in
yeah.
recovery.
Well, the surgery went really well, but they actually told me at my 2 week checkup, my follow up, they said that the fact that we had worked together that much prior to surgery
Mm-hmm.
made a huge difference.
Yeah, and I've heard that with other clients too, with knees and hips and different things, just because there's a lot of nervous system stuff that goes on. I think people don't realize, and so, and then we started back with, some just basic body movements. We did upper body stuff because we weren't really limited on that.
Right.
And then here, just what, a week and a half ago, that you were told that
They
pretty
cut
much
me
good to
loose.
go.
Yep.
So, which is fantastic because now I get to beat you up real good.
Well, and considering that that was just 8 weeks out from the surgery,
Mhm.
again, the doctor said the only reason they could do that was because we had approached it very methodically and what do I want to say? Just routinely.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. So now that we're kind of clear on that in terms of like the health risks and some of those things, we're going to progress a little bit slower. But I'm going to put you on the spot and say, if you were to choose one exercise that you enjoy doing, what is it? Or movement
Um,
exercise, anything?
I really like the rower.
Yeah.
As far as the aerobic exercise. And the odd thing was, remember how we used to laugh, even when my hip was really gimpy,
Mm-hmm.
I could get on the rower,
Yeah.
and somehow or another, after a couple of meters on that, it would loosen up and I'd feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's just I like it because it's kind of a total body
Yeah.
workout.
No, rowing is one of our favorite things to implement, for cardio, but it also is a little bit of everything. And so we use it for everything from warm ups to really intense workouts if needed. But now, what's your least favorite thing to do?
Squats.
Squats, yeah. Which unfortunately is one of those that we have to do,
Right.
especially
Right.
for your hip health and those kind of things. And so, and I'm looking forward to seeing you progress on some of that stuff. And so, if you were to give, yourself at 20 or 30 or 40 advice, not necessarily for this gym, but just in general, what's something that you would have wished you would have known or done?
I wish I would have made the time to be consistent when I was younger. I mean, and you need to look at it. in the long term. You know, really make a commitment and realize you're going to do this for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's one of the hard parts is everything out there. And I've been meaning to do a video on this for a long time, but it's do this quickly, get this point the fastest. You know, this is the best way to do this. You know, and so the reality is for 95 to 99% of the population, it's consistency over time.
Right.
You know, there's no miracle. You know, it's just dedication, hard work, discipline. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be there regularly. So, any final, you know, notes, comments, anything that you'd like to say?
I would just have to say that since I've been retired, I have not gained 15 pounds like everybody told me I would, just by coming routinely here and not really modifying my eating habits or anything. It's allowed me to lose like 7 pounds.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's really important, and just feel better about myself, have better balance. I can pull myself out of the bathtub, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So start young and keep going.
Yeah, which I think is great advice, because that's something that, you know, even within our lives, our goals may change. You know, it might be a period of performance, it might be a period of health, it might be a period of maintenance. But as long as you don't stop, you know, even if it's I switch from, you know, weight training to cardio training or flexibility or whatever, as long as your nervous system stays active, I think that's very positive. So, well, thank you for sitting down with me today. We're going to actually train right after this. And
yes, we are.
We're going to have a good time, but thank you again. And I look forward to doing some more of these member spotlights here in the future. So,
sounds good.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.